Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and the rebuild of our C-Line 35-foot sports cruiser. In our last video we started fitting out the forward cabin and we mocked up the cabinetry around the windows to see if we could increase the available storage. Now we know the extra storage will work, we can carry on with the ceiling framing, which will reinforce the forward deck and give us a mounting point for the vinyl covered ceiling pads and lighting. So let's pick up where we left off last time. I think we're happy with this mock-up. So you can see we've got a cupboard that's going to go here, probably going to have pigeonholes in it, this one. And then we've got this section here, so two lift up cupboards. Originally we did this as 3 doors, but actually it just didn't look right proportion wise. And then we've got effectively this frame that's set back. In fact, there will be sides that go in here. And what we're going to do there is underneath here we'll pop the blinds. So we'll have a blind underneath here that will drop down inside that pocket. And also we'll probably put some lighting in here as well, either underneath here or underneath here, some sort of LED lighting, light that area up. I think that will work quite well. Behind that we're going to have either a plastic moulding, which we're looking at getting vacuum formed. We're just working on a CAD drawing for that now. If not, then we can do it with some nice sort of pads, maybe pleather or maybe Alcantara or something like that, and we can create a nice pad behind there, bit of insulation, pad, and then the timber work will actually be contoured then to the sides of the hull, and we'll go all the way back onto that pad. But we're just doing this as a mock-up just to see how the space works in this front cabin, and so far we're happy with that. What we're going to do next is just create this front section. So we think at the moment we're just debating, we've just been talking about it, whether we have this as more storage, a little bit difficult to do because of the shape, or whether we actually just have like a pad. So effectively you're going to have the bed head come round and that bed head carry round sort of at 45 degrees onto this section here, and then we maybe have a reading light or whatever we want on there. But yeah, we'll make this section here next and then we can see how that looks. Okay, I think we're happy with that. You've got your bed head here, probably 3 sections we'll do it in, 3 horizontal strips. Nice soft pad here then is for your sort of elbows and shoulders. It's not going to be a hard surface for you to hit yourself on. So yeah, I think that is pretty much how that's going to look. So good to get the mock up, see how it all works. We made a few adjustments as we went, which is kind of the point. So now what we can do, as I said before, get this 3D scanned and get this made properly cut, probably CNC cut out of lightweight ply, I think is the plan at the moment. So next we've got this bulkhead here. So this at the moment is just resting in here. So we're going to take this out, we're going to router this top edge where it needs glassing, and then we can get this bonded onto the side of this here. So we also just need to get the sander out and just sand the side of the hull here as well, both sides, just to make sure that's all ready to be glassed in. that bulkhead is now in and set. So we just used these, what look like temporary shelves, I guess, but this just made sure that it was absolutely parallel to this bulkhead here. So we've screwed that in position temporarily, and we've done the same up the top there, and these have been cut to the exact same distance just to make sure that that bulkhead is lovely and parallel. Use the 3M 5200 just to bond that in place. You probably noticed on the camera, actually on the film, that we were really scraping the barrel with the adhesive. So basically we had about a third of a tube of the adhesive left, but we just couldn't get it out. It wouldn't squeeze out. It sort of seized inside. The sort of plunger, I guess, had come into contact with the air, and we just couldn't push the adhesive out, even though it was still nice and sort of soft. So all we did was, well, Richard did just cut the lid off here, or cut the top off, and we got that last third out of there, and sort of £38 a tube. It's worth getting that last bit of adhesive out there, and it was perfect amount to get that bulkhead fixed into position. So that is all good. So we've also now got this top rail in place, all coated in resin. So what we're going to do now is we're going to basically form a parallel 100mm frame, if you like. It's the same as this, but we need to carry that on round, and that's going to carry the pads, and that'll work round onto this piece that we cut here that's got the dog leg in it. So I think what we'll do first of all is we need to just trim a little bit out of here, and we'll get that piece set in there, and then we can sort of work our way round the perimeter. We're down in the workshop, and we've got our horizontal spars here, and we've got our ceiling frame. What we're doing is just trimming off any excess glue, this polyurethane glue. So Richard's just got the knife there and chisel, we're just getting that all off. And then what we're going to do is fit these onto the ceiling frame, so these will go something like that. So we need to screw these and mark and screw these on, and then what we'll do is we're going to coat the top edge in polyester resin just to make sure that sort of no moisture can get in here, and maybe we'll drop down the sides as well. so that framing is all now in. So we've got the perimeter done. Obviously we've done these pieces in the middle here as well, and we've got that all the way through running across this bulkhead and across this bulkhead. We do need to do this side as well, but actually what we need to do, this is a dry fit, so what we need to do next is just pull this bulkhead out and this doorway, because what we've realised is if we carry on any further we're going to struggle to get these out. So we need to get these out, we need to get the doorway cut in, we need to get it bonded down here. This door frame here needs some epoxy down at the bottom and fixed into place, and then we can put everything back and we can actually permanently bond it into place. So first of all I think we need to get rid of this bulkhead and then we'll work from there. So it's out of the bulkhead and down into the workshop, removing the temporary screws, keeping the bulkhead leg stabilised. Now we need to work out the maximum door size we can accommodate. Bear in mind we have very little to go on here in terms of measurements, so we're trying to work out the maximum height of the door we can achieve, taking into account the ceiling height in the cabin and the door frame, trims, etc. Now we can use the track saw to cut the doorway into the bulkhead, using the hand saw to finish the cuts. The beauty of the track saw is that we can cut these straight lines to a high degree of accuracy, and it's probably one of the most used tools on this project. The bulkhead comes in and out a few times to make sure we get the perfect fit, and then we mix up some thickened epoxy and apply to the edges of the bulkheads. Next we apply a bead of 3M 5200 structural adhesive to the shower moulding and drop the bulkhead into place. Tidy up the adhesive with a wet finger and the job is done. Okay, that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give us a thumbs up and we'll see you on the next one.